Field is set and ready. We're going to rolling start. Here we go. Simracing will take the field. It's Fennec next to him. Just waiting for the green light.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Racing's underway here at the Hungaroring as we now fly towards the first turn. And it is a packed grid here. And I'm very much excited to see where this goes. Oh, there's already a Ferrari going for a bit of an excursion. And this is Daniel Nguyen, who looks like he got caught up in all of that. Wasn't good. Was not good for Daniel, was it? That was a mess. But Daniel, he's down the 25th and he's just recovered. Back up to the front though. Simracing leads Fennec. So the Ferrari for F1 ZD Racing. The AM driver doing extremely well. Sean Teal, we're expecting very good things from him this season. And Luke Fennec is right up his bumpers. And we have two Bentleys driven by Scott Hawkes and Jason Takawara. It's interesting to see him down there, Jason. He's just the second blue Bentley. This is Scotty Hawkes. And he's given Fennec a lot to think about. Trying to shove his nose on the outside. But it's quite a small and squeezy track here at the Hungaroring, so space is limited. And Hawkes had to back out of that one. Yeah, what was I saying, Josh? It is Nguyen. You're right. No, it's Nguyen. He did advise me on that last season. Jason, Mr. Nguyen is how you say that. Jason Takawara again for the JLo F101 team. He's got Connor Bell in that BMW. Up his inside, and Connor in the BMW. The AM driver gets his tag. He gets his back end tag, but he's out and racing. And he's up to 7th place, leaving Jackson down to 6th and fighting off another overtake from Lung. I don't know. Yeah, it's not working well for him in the Boatley at the moment. That car seems to be slowing him down more than anything else. But this is a 40-minute race. So there's a lot to think about. This is Ashley Turner. Is there something Ashley Turner? He's at the back of the field. I just thought there might have been something involved for Ashley, but nope. He's just a little ways off the pace. And this is Callum Dodalton for the F101 Smeg Ferox Renan team, and long ways off. But yeah, Simracing, it's been nothing but aces for him at the moment, leading this race, leading the charge. Cameron still chasing, and Sean Teal in 3rd. So remember, there is a mandatory pit stop for these guys at some point. Connor Bell, he does hold that lead on the rest of them. Ernest Leung is just sitting in behind. So looking out the back of Connor, you can see concertina effect, gets a little close to the AMG, tries to shove his nose in there, but it didn't work. Connor Bell's all over it. Yeah, Prince. I did that stream a couple of years ago now. Unfortunately, this year I haven't been able to do it. To even watch it, but I like that you've made a tradition out of that. I know I've sort of done the same. obviously got to see last year's. Last year's I was working on the house I'm living in right now. And this year I just didn't have access to the Le Mans race at all. So hopefully come 2021, because I love Le Mans racing, I love endurance racing. And we're getting a little bit of taste of that here tonight. So I know maybe some of these guys have maybe got a bit of motivation from what's going on at Le Mans. This is Bejewel. Just calls himself Bejewel 8. He's in the Lamborghini and he's got John Bradshaw in behind. But this Lamborghini is all over it at the moment. That Ferrari of John Bradshaw's can't keep up. And thank you very much to Fennec. Last time out on the stream, he told me what I had to do to get ghosting to disappear from this view and any other view that had ghosting. And this game looks even better because of it. So thank you, Trent Menzies, for your support, dude. As we've got Bejewel and Bradshaw, it's one side by side through the first turn. And Bradshaw and that Ferrari gets the power down and he gets the position. These AM drivers just juking it out on track at the moment. We've got 34 minutes to go. As local track time, it's 1:16. It's 38 degrees centigrade on track, so it's nice and hot. And yes, it's pretty optimum for them out there. So not a lot to think about with the tyres. Just some good quality quick lap times. This is Eddie. He's all the way down to 19th, and that's Oars behind him. These two guys pretty much founded FNL1, run FNL1 to this day, and they're 19th and 20th at the moment. Like I said, apologies guys for the liveries not showing. I know all of you put a lot of work into it, and no, it wasn't me getting rid of them deliberately. I don't know what happened. I just noticed about a couple of minutes before I had to go live, I was like, hang on, none of these guys have their liveries on. Don't know why they disappeared, but they did. So I'll have to get them all set up for next time. This is Robert Parker, one of the GT4 drivers out on track. And he looks like he's currently 3rd overall. There's not many of them out there. But if you do want to get involved in the GT4 class, there's definitely room. And you'll get priority as well to join the series if that's what you want to do. Chris, what's cracking? Chris from his own Coheed Brown Racing team on iRacing. You've had some very good success over there, dude. It's good to have you along. It's Andy Floyd. You can see this is Takawara. He's still just sort of stuck in that mid-pack, isn't he? He's there in 8th place. He's just behind Leon. He's still chasing. Takawara in that boatly looking to get around, but he just can't find any room, can he, at the moment? It's been pretty clean, actually. I don't think we've seen many accidents. There's been a few. Best personal laps coming in from a lot of the drivers out there. So, looks like they're all on their very best behaviour. Takawara, is he going to go for a bit of a late braking move? As we come up to the first turn, inside for Leon. Oh, he might get him on the switchback. Nothing happening there. Got another one. Andy Floyd, he got the power down and he completely opened up the gap between him and Estra. So nothing too much for him to deal about. As we go back to this little battle, it's starting to heat up. We're on board with Jackson Takawara in this Bentley. As you can see, the track isn't that wide, so overtakes are going to be quite
Pit window's open.
a premium. Pit window is open as we come to under the 30 minutes to go. We've got 20 minutes, so we've got a 20-minute pit window. That's just opened up, so everybody has to have a minimum pit stop. Sean Teal looks like he's getting close to his competitors. He at least pulled in the gap between him and Cameron Thistlethwaite, who's just ahead of him. Luke Fennick, he's got Scotty Hawks actually pressurising the exhaust of Fennick. So let's see what the 912 driver can get done from Fennick Motorsport. Lots of Fennick fans in the crowd. Good to have you along, guys. And don't forget as well, if you're watching, don't forget to share and like. And subscribe as well. If you haven't subscribed to the new Highlights channel, we do have a new Highlights channel here on Demo 1 Garage. This is Leon. And again, that battle continues. And it's good to see some action unfolding. Oh, covers the middle of the track. Takawara, nowhere to go. But behind. Don't worry about that too much. That's why the streams are all available on a demand feature to watch again. But I know what it's like. It's different when you're here live. Now, something happened to Takawara there, didn't he? That didn't look very good. Let's have a look. Takawara got a bit of wheel spin. There was a car on the outside there. It was a green Smeg car. Have a listen. Is there any wheel spin out of the exit? Just, jumped the curb a little bit too much, didn't he? And that really put him into the iron sights of Andy Floyd, who is actually our thumbnail for today's event. And this one's heating up. 4 cars now. This is getting very exciting. Leon, is he going to hold that position much longer? He is. And things are getting desperate for Takawara. He won the championship last year, but he's not having the same success here at the Hungaroring. Hey Ethan, F1 wasn't streamed because my chronic pain played up so much the last couple of days that I still am in a lot of pain. So I didn't get to do the F1, unfortunately. What I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to get someone else to help me broadcast on Demo 1, I think. So if you know anyone that's interested, they will stream to Demo 1, and then if they want to upload it later on their own channel. But they will be streaming to Demo 1. Because I think things are going to continue like this for me with the pain. So having a little bit of help is never going to be a bad thing. So at the moment, this is a very interesting 4-way fight that's opening up. Andy Floyd now has fallen back into the grasp of Kevin Estra. I'm just waiting to see if Estra can do anything in that Nissan. He's going to chuck his... Oh no! He's going to cause an accident. As we say that, he tagged him. He's done the right thing and waited, but Andy Floyd, he's lost about 2 spots because of it. Huge moment for the guy, and got some traffic now coming through. Let's take a look. This is how this happened. It's so disappointing when you see these things happen. He went up the inside. Racing lines ultimately converged, and there you go. One guy spun around, the other one did wait, but oh, look at that. Cars flying past them as the readdress happened, and yeah, not ideal because that was a four-way fight that was really starting to heat up. Go back to the live pictures. This is Andy now. Looks like Estra's just ahead of them, so whether Estra will have to give that spot back later on, don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the stewards make of all of this. It's all right. I know there's definitely going to be people out there that just want to commentate. I'm sure I'll be able to find somebody. But yeah, I didn't get to do F1 or F2 because my pain levels were just... I couldn't deal with it. Could not deal. This is Kuda in the AF Corsa car. He's got Rivera just in behind, and Rivera looks like he's slowly but surely making his way forward here, so it could be just a matter of time before he improves that position of 16th. Just waiting to see what he does. This is Kevin Estra. Things were starting to get close between him. This is Brendan Perry. He's he's position 12 at the moment. The AM driver is ahead of Eddie Mioch in that Ferrari. And it's interesting to see how Eddie, aka Zen, has transitioned from pretty much dominating F1 series to sort of, well, having to work really hard to get some good results in the GT series. So, yeah. But that means the caliber of content. Look at this. He's going to get a good move here. Is he going to make it stick? He does. That's a good one from Eddie. As I was saying, he does work hard, and he's got that one. That should be... That's 11th. Good to know, man. It's always good to have people out there willing to help if they can. There's definitely no demo one starting to get to the size it is now that a bit of help on the side every now and then wouldn't go unnoticed. Kuda. He did pull a little bit of a gap from Rivera there, but has managed to stay ahead for now. So I don't know if Rivera is able to get the power down. Let's see what the man in the Audi can do here as we race towards that first turn. The hairpin turn, where you do see a lot of overtakes traditionally here. Not today. Well, not yet anyway. Rivera still got a bit of gap and a bit of time to close in. Thank you very much, Josh. Well, if there's something I find that I need, I will definitely contact you. Now look at this. This thing's starting to get quite tense, isn't it, between the two of them. It's a good little duel. There's a few little duels happening out on track, and we just want to see. Not going to happen here. This is Bajul. That is Eddie in behind. So Eddie's starting to put some quick laps down now. Can't see much. determination behind his helmet, but I assure you, it'd be written all over his face. So Eddie for 11th. He's looking to get inside that top 10. Lamborghini versus Ferrari. It's the derby of the supercars. Can the number 17 get in front of the number 78? No, he's going to come in. So he's about halfway through the pit window. Eddie is looking to maybe get an undercut working here. Let's see if that works for him. Brendan Perry. This is Ken Holt. He's going to take his way into the pit lane this lap too.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
This is Dylan Lester down in 22nd position. He's the lead of the GT4 class. He's also leading ahead of some GT3s as he lets one of the faster GT3s go by. Oars is down to 23rd. I'm assuming he's just had a pit stop. Mikolakis is 24th. He's also second in the GT4 class. Parker, third. And it's Brendan Johnson. Callum Donaldson. So it's good to see these guys duking it out and putting in some laps here to get some experience on the board for them. This is Sean Till in third. And Fennick. Well, it says Fennick's behind, but I can assure you that's not Fennick. This is Fennick here. So there was some position changes at some point. And he's going to come in. So Fennick is in. This looks like the halfway point seems to be the favourite for most of the front pack. Sean Till's continued on. That's Liang, I'd imagine, behind him in that red AMG Mercedes. Yeah, it does have similar characteristics to Brands Hatch. Definitely keeps things tight, and it's sort of a street circuit in many respects. Just with the runoffs, it's a street circuit with runoffs basically. But yeah, you bring those walls to. Well, you make every grass a sand trap. There's not a lot of room for mistake around this one. And it usually puts on a good show. So, yeah, I don't mind this track at all. Brands Hatch, I like personally racing around on Brands Hatch in the simulators. It's a lot of fun. Oh, there's some tight action here. John Bradshaw coming up on some back markers. Gets around. Estra is coming through. That's Andy Floyd behind him. Even with only 3 GT4 guys, it still makes things a bit of a challenge. Estra gets through. Andy Floyd slots on by as well. And this race opens up. Estra a little bit wide there. But Floyd's going to want to get his own back on the man that accidentally spun him, and we're coming up to the exact corner where that happened. Floyd, he's not close enough to do anything about it. Is he going to follow him in? He is, so they follow each other into the pit lane. This is our leader, Sam Reck. We've got about 16 minutes to go in this one, as we're 10 minutes away from 2 o'clock local in the game. The track has stayed at a balmy 38 degrees Celsius. Still an optimal racing circuit, so still very quick times. Sean Teal comes out. Surely he's going to slot back in to third. Looks like it's getting quite busy now inside that pit lane area. Who is that coming down the front straight? Is it anyone to worry himself about? Sean Till's in fourth. Looks like that was Perry, Brandon Perry. He's on some new tyres now. Can absolutely flog the car to the end. That's Ferox. That's who that is. Cameron Thistlethwaite. That's who it is. Like I said, the liveries that should have shown up haven't. Would make this a little bit easier, but there you go. My apologies for that. I just do want to apologise for that again, because I didn't do that on purpose. This is Bajul, and 11th place. He's keeping Eddie Meok at bay. For how long, though? Still the Lamborghini Ferrari derby. It's a thing here. Eddie's getting close. Oh, he's going to run wide. That's certainly opening up the door for Eddie. He's done it. He's got the power down. Oh, they tag as they come into the small chicane. But Eddie's got the move done. And Jules got a lot to work on. This is how it was for our leading man, Bajul. Just ran deep. And as you could see, Eddie had that racing line covered. And it was too easy for him to take the position. So, almost opened it for Floyd too. In the world's fastest game in McLaren, but not quite. Not quite. He's still ahead of it. And the race goes on. Pit window's got about 4 minutes left, guys. So anyone who's yet to pit, we're going to probably start seeing them come in the next couple of laps or so. Looking up behind Bajul. The battle for 12th. It rages on. Oh, he's going to go for it. That's a big move. He shoved the nose of the McLaren up the inside. I think it's worked for him. And Bajul is in that unlucky 13th. He's going to get him back because he's got the inside coming into this left-hander downhill, but then it will reverse for Andy. Oh no, he's even tagged him. The same thing that happened to Andy, he's done to Bajul. And he'll get restarted quickly, but oh, that's a big, big, big moment for this little bit of racing. We saw beautiful camera shots of it. As you can see, this is him trying to fight the spot back inside. He had it covered, which meant Andy Floyd ran a little bit wide and then tried to open up the corner. You know what? I can't really blame Andy for that. From that angle, it showed you a lot more of what was going on. And I think Bajul, he was trying to open up the corner and turn in on the apex. But two racing lines converged and, well, he took the risk. So I think that was a self-inflicted wound there. It's close to the front. Cameron Thistlethwaite. This one is for the final podium. Not quite sure if he's taken to the pit lane or not yet, but Cameron's looking very feisty. Let's have a look at the timetable. Does it let us know? It doesn't. This is how things stand at the moment. 15 laps done. Cameron in second. Considering Cameron is Ferox, I'd say it is. So Sean's got a little bit of hard work to do here. He came out just behind him. But he's not chasing him down. Definitely chopped the nose off between Floyd and Bajul. Before. It is what it is. Sean Till's trying to match it with Cameron Thistlethwaite at the moment. 10 minutes to go. Look at that. Super late braking there as well. But don't forget, as well, if you're into sim racing, we've got the latest sim racing podcast out. I don't know if you've seen it. But I go through everything that's happened August and September, and the big talking point is, well, Project Cars 3 and the culture that's gone on at that studio, Slightly Mad Studios, I think is probably a contributing factor to the way they've handled the situation. At the moment, it just seems to be perfect lines from Cameron. They're no match for Sam Reck though at the front, but it's proving to be quite entertaining down here for second and third. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Gran Turismo 7 at all. Absolutely nothing. It's going to be even harder for me to test Gran Turismo 7 stuff because unless the community wants to fund me a PlayStation 5 and they're not cheap, yeah, I won't be getting one straight away, if at all. Maybe at some point when they get a little bit cheaper, but definitely won't be straight away. You know, and then again, when it does get cheaper, I'm going to need to have some money in the bank to pay for it. So maybe. I know the community here does a really good job of sending in donations and stuff, and the last batch of donations have just been used to upgrade the storage on the website, actually. So that's not cheap to do. So yeah, really appreciate the support there. Means we can keep doing the podcasts and storing them on our servers. It means we can also start to store a few more videos as well on our servers. You can even post things that the likes of YouTube or Facebook don't like, because we've got our own website. So big shout out to the community there for the donations. You've made that possible. Now this one's going on. Looks like it's going to go on for quite some time. We've got 7.5 minutes to go. Kevin Estra is at the leader of this one, but that is a GT4 car holding up Scotty Hawks. Just, it was a very awkward spot, so there wasn't much the GT4 could do but just sit there and wait until we got to the straight line. It meant Estra run away. He's been given a drive-through. Let's have a look. What did Estra do? Was he running over pit? Look at that. I think he's abusing track limits. That's given him a drive-through penalty. Estra from 14th will now have to serve that. Peter Kelly. That's Oars. Oars got the move done. Brilliant bit of racing between these guys. And Oars, he did that in the most unlikely of positions. Peter Kelly couldn't hold him off. Let's have a look at the replay of this one. Oars was a fair ways back before he got the move done. There must have been something gone wrong. He'd gone offline. And the power, Oars got through that corner and he just blocked the apex. And yeah, Peter Kelly he couldn't make the turn because Oars was there. So that's how you make that happen. Oars increases his lead through the field. He's now 16th. Will Kelly get his own back down this back straight with the draft? Oh, Kelly He's going to get his own back. That's a big mistake from Oars. And I surely thought it had opened up Kelly's spot to get his redemption. He just wasn't quite able to do it. Oars survives this one for now. 5.5 minutes to go. Things are going to start to get quite antsy out on track now. And then we will have a short break and go straight into the sprint race, which is reverse grid. So I'm very excited to see those races. Now they're coming up on a GT4 car. Oars slots himself through. So does Peter Kelly. So the GT4 driver makes space. This is Parker. He's just getting closed up on drivers around him. Kuda, he's doing well. Ashley Turner behind. Nikolakis. The Oars Peter Kelly battle. Again, another back marker. Can Kelly find his way forward? He's going to get the draft. He's going to use the GT4. Last lap, 1:48. His best has been a 1:46. He's going to go for a move here. Side by side, almost. We've seen Oars go. Oh, Oars has got a drive-through penalty as well. That pretty much kills it for Oars at the moment. Newen's been disqualified, so the guys have been taking too many liberal excursions off through the track limits, and that means they get penalised. John Bradshaw has got Eddie Meock in behind it. Eddie has been just an absolute rocket tonight, making his way through. He's been slow and steady, but it's definitely working for him now. 3 minutes to go. Can Eddie make something? Can he make it work? Hello, Leah. It's good to have you along for the ride tonight for this GT3 Pro Series event. It's good to have everyone here tonight. And Josh, thank you for saying you'd get me one. But yeah, they are not cheap. I was talking about it on the Simracing podcast that I could probably make a very good Simracing computer rig for people for the same price, and now that we've been given even more of a price point to use, I think I can make a very decent computer. In fact, this one's going to go right down to the wire. I think 2 Ferrari drivers battling it out. Bradshaw seems to have just the smallest of advantages here. Back to the front. This one's been going pretty much since the pit window shut. And Cameron still managing to keep Sean Teal in behind him. Good work, Josh. Oh, Cameron makes a small mistake. This is what I was talking about. This is all that needs to happen for you to advance forward. Sean Teal, is he going to take the moment? Cameron still has the power to hold him off. He is so close now. He's going to show a nose. He's going to be on the outside. He's never going to get it to work through there, but he made it difficult. That's where it all went wrong. Out of the first turn, you saw the little slide he got on. He caught it well. And then it was almost time for Cameron to succeed this spot, but it didn't quite happen. Sean Teal tried. It didn't work.
final lap.
So we're on the final lap. That will be Samrec leading. Cameron and Sean will come around to do their last and final lap too. Chris Cusack. He's got no, it's not Bajul behind him. Scotty Hawk says he's got someone close in behind him. Is that Takawara? He just hasn't had the same sort of event Tarks usually gets. So Oars, he's disqualified too. So remember that when we're talking about that. There he is. This is Cameron. They get across the line before it goes 0. So they've got this one last race, and there's a GT4 there as well, just to make things even more exciting. This is it. Just one more lap. This is all he's got to do. Hold him off. Don't forget we've got a sprint reverse race. Reverse grid race. And straight after this one, here we go. Side by side, almost. And this is getting quite tense. Thistleway holds the racing line. Sean Teal used all of the track and more. He's trying to find any sort of space he can. He's trying to even manufacture space. It's still not working for him. Thistleway has been a superb defender. And this has been Sam Reck's day. He has led this race from start to finish in the feature. And he's going to take the checkered flag. And well deserved for this man. It's a first place for the man in the 808. And it won't be long before he sees that pro moniker on the side of his car. So well done to Sam Reck. Worked hard for that one. Cameron Thistleway just ahead of Sean Teal. And he's going to hold him off. He will. It was a close fought battle between these two. But in the end, it was Cameron over Sean. And it'll be Luke Fennick in 4th place. Takawara, my bad, did manage to find his way forward. He's there in 5th. Connor Bell had a pretty good race as well. He's there in 6th. Good to see. Leung, 7th. John Bradshaw. Well, he kept Eddie Meok behind him. And that will be a win for John. Eddie's a quick driver. And John was able to be even quicker. So that's a confidence booster going into the sprint race. Andy Floyd inside the top 10. Chris Cusack there in 11th. Bajul 12th. Hawks. And the other Bentley. He got 13th. Perry. Then it's Kelly. Rivera. Astro. Kuda. Ashley Turner 19th. Dylan Lester. Mikalakis. Brendan Johnson, Robert Parker, Ken Holt, Callum Donaldson, Oars, and Daniel Newen. So there's the results for the feature race. Don't go anywhere. We do have a very exciting reverse grid sprint race coming up. But thank you very much for the support, guys, so far. Samantha, welcome. Great race as well from Fennick. Don't forget, guys, if you've enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button. Or share it around to your friends and family. Let's grow sim racing. Because as you saw there, that racing is just as good as the real world. Let's get the word out there. So thank you for turning up and watching. Ali, solid race for Fennick. The Porsche 991 driver will soon probably be taking podiums, I'd imagine. He's always got a huge fan base. It's good to see. Alright, let's see if we can't get some highlights from that last race up. I think it's a bit hard to say there was one person, but everybody was too eager to get their spots too fast. And that's what happens. So we get this race restarted.
Green light, green light. Go,
And it's
go.
racing. Green light. Everybody getting through. Oars is 3 wide already. Liang, is he going to try and get his way forward? Not the same sort of reaction we had before. Floyd with his teammate up on the inside. Oh, that's Kelly around. So Kelly's had a big spin. The 2 Bentleys are through. Takawara and Scotty Hawks as well. Kuda's gotten through as we try. We've got Estra with a drive-through penalty. Rivera had a much better start this time through. Kelly's getting back into it. The GT4 just tags side on there with one of the other cars. Back to John Rivera. Oars is side by side. It was a bit of a better start, but there was still a lot of pushing and shoving that was going on. This is Ken Holt in the F101 Guinness car. And the McLaren now putting it up with Bradshaw and Fennick, who's there in 4th place. On board with Fennick. He's just outside of podium spot 2. Things are going to look good for him. And he's a huge fan base here tonight. So he's up to 3rd. So Fennick, this reverse grid's working out well. Estra's got that drive through, don't forget. Floyd, he's been beaten to the spot. 2 wide through this part. These guys have just got to share the road for a little bit longer. This is Chris Cusack. Connor Bell's on his way forward. And that... Oh, we got someone... No, I thought we had a car going sideways. Got a few guys run wide. Connor Bell stayed well clear of that action. He's in 11th. So he's going to squeeze. Going to put the squeeze on. This is Eddie. He's on the outside. Liang got a fantastic exit. He's built the gap now. Got the likes Hawks, Takawara there. Tarks won't be too happy with that start. Kuda. Wreck. He's up to 21st. So he's made some positions, but here at the Hungaroring it's going to be quite difficult. A bit of a tap. Pushes Eddie wide. And he's lost a bit of pace. Excuse me, lost a bit of pace. Scotty Hawks got through. It was. So Scott got a really good run. Takawara is sitting in behind Eddie in that white Ferrari. Here he is. Just has not gelled as well in the opening stages as I think he would have liked to. He was caught up in that big mess we saw. And these cars are giving us a fantastic little bit of racing action as Oars and Liang share the road at the same time. Oh, they come together. That's going to spin Oars around. He runs wide, tags the tyre wall, and a stream of cars go flying by, and he's lost a lot of speed because of it. That was hard. I don't know if he had just a little bit of understeer. Liang caught up in it. 2 wide. Great racing overall. It's at least action-packed. Rubbings racing, they say. Oh! And Liang, he got all upset by the camber of the road then. Have a look at this. Yeah, oh, he even hit the guy in front of him as well, and that totally put his car off balance. He's got a spot back. He is ahead of Kelly for now, and he's putting it to... Oh, I think he's punted off Eddie then. Let's have a look. He did. He pushed Eddie very wide. So Miok, he's in 16th. So there's been, some more drama. There's even more guys fall through the order. That's Kuda. Let's have a look and see what happened to him. Kuda got through. Sam Reck just behind Leon. Sorry, it wasn't who I said. This timing screen doesn't update quick enough, and I've got to figure out the cars again. So that's what it was. Connor Bell, there's been an absolutely huge accident on the last turn. What is happening? A lot of the guys are out now. Look at that. Don't know who set that one off. Trying to get a car that was involved. Oh, there was a second stage to that accident too. Oh, that's huge. Huge. So Kusak's got a drive-through penalty. These guys, still 20 minutes. It's a sprint race, but still a long way to go. And already they're just making some horrendous mistakes in the racecraft department. Just too itchy to get through. This is Dylan Lester from AusNZ in the GT4. So Mikolakis and Lester having a good little run. Fenix up to second place, and he's going to be eyeing off the win, surely. Let's see what Fenix can do. He's got some great pace with him tonight. Alex Little. They'll work off indeed. Chris, you're not wrong. They were all trying to win it on that first corner. Andrew, yep. There's a big bunch of hits happening here tonight. It's really weird. We don't usually see this. Oh no! Ken Holt's on the straightaway. He's had a massive accident. Somehow, he's done the 180 and recovered an advanced J-turn maneuver. But what set it off? He was leading the field that he was in as we come around that last turn. Scraping doors, nothing wrong there. Was it Cameron Thistlethwaite that just touched him? Oh, it was Cameron. He just misjudged it. And he was so lucky not to get picked up by any of the cars on their way through. But Ken Holt falls all the way to 11th place. Oh, this race is really starting to make just some big, clumsy race decisions by a lot of these guys. It's so bizarre. I don't know what's going on. Must be something in the water. Alex in the Fennec party. I'll go back to him when I see that he's getting close to the overtake. Fennec is definitely holding second well. This is Scott Hawkes in 9th. And this has sort of been part of the track where things have been going a little bit wild. Thistlethwaite is up against Brendan Perry in that McLaren. Perry's got the track advantage. He squeezes Cameron, and Cameron did not let off at all, did he? He's going to go for an overtake up into the first turn. And they're side by side, and he gets it done. Brendan Perry gets swamped by Scotty Hawkes as well, and he gets pushed out wide. Peter Kelly. That was Cameron. He got the car sideways, and Scotty Hawkes, he's going to go around the outside, and he's just going to almost get that spot. Almost got that spot, but there's some fantastic racing. Daniel Newen is in 9th and watching everything unfold ahead of him in that Lexus. Now we've had a few guys exit because of those big accidents. So some of them took too much damage and couldn't continue.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
As I say that, yes, we are at the halfway. This is Fennec, from Fennec Motorsport, and he's got the biggest supporters here tonight. Welcome every single one of you, and he is got first place firmly locked on. He just needs to execute the kill command. He should be able to get that the win here in the sprint race. He's got some pace. Let's see what his lap time looks like when he goes through the timing beam in just a second. .145.2. His best is a 144.9. He's got some pretty good lines there, so watch out for him. Brendan Perry. Is he going to be overtaken by Newen, who switched to the Lexus this race? He does. So Perry's fallen down. Newen. He's got a little bit of extra pace to use. Wars is side by side with Ernest Leung. Sorry, that's Peter Kelly. And Kelly got the job done. Wars is coming back for a secondary attack, but it's not going to really work for him there. The chase is on, but I think Peter Kelly's just a little bit too quick overall for Alls to match his pace. Jump in the corners. Ali, he's definitely killing it. Fennec at the front. But thanks again to everybody that's tuned in. If you're enjoying tonight's events, don't forget to support the channel. Hit that like button. It's one of the best ways to support us. And lets me know you've enjoyed the action as well. So thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see some more sim racing, if you're a big sim racing fan. That's what we're all about on Demo 1. Jackson, Takawara. You let Chris Cusack go then. So I think he might be holding a little bit of damage. This is the leader, but will it be for much longer? Fennec is starting to close the gap. So the leader's lap time last time was a 1:4.64. Fennec was a 1:4.60. So there's 0.4 the difference between Pajul and Fennec. And it's coming up Fennec at the moment. He's giving the chase, coming up to some back markers. That blue flag's out. Fennec gets through. And he's a lot closer now, isn't he, to our Lamborghini driver. Fennec has just filled that rear vision mirror. And he's going to be instilling a huge sense of fear. Pajul, can he hold him off? It's a huge task. The track size will definitely help him. But let's see what he can do. This is going to be a great little battle now with 6 minutes to go. Don't take your eyes off this because the lead is definitely not finished. Sort of deft touch on that pedal. Oh, he's going to go for the inside. He might get it done through the last turn. He hugs the corner well. And it's a race now down to the first turn apex. Fennec gets a good exit. Pajul got an even better exit as well. He managed to open up a bit of a buffer zone as the 911 driver chucks his nose up the inside. This could be it. Through the exit, Fennec gets the job done, and surely he'll be able to hold it from now. That was clean as a whistle. That is how you overtake, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls watching at home. Hope you've take note of that. So Fennec now clearly building that lead. And it looks like Bajul's coming under the pump from Bradshaw in 3rd place. So he could be falling back even further. He's on board with Bradshaw. Using all of the curbing. Look at the exit he got there. They're going to come next to each other through there. Bajul gives him all the room. Oh, I thought they just tagged and rubbed. But it was one for Bradshaw. He's taken 2nd place. So Bajul is falling backwards now. His tyres are going to be falling off a little bit. The track temp's 31 degrees. It's cloudy at 27 degrees Celsius locally, but as the sun sets, it's not hurting this man's pace whatsoever. Cameron Thistlethwaite's in 5th. And he'll definitely be eyeing the best position possible. Oh, he's been given a drive-through. So Cameron's chances in this race are done. Again, track limits hurting some people here tonight. Wars is close. He's ahead of Eddie at the moment, Eddie Mio. And these guys who founded FNL1 sitting next to each other on the track at the moment here at Hungaroring, round 2. Round 3 will be Suzuka in a fortnight. So these guys race every 2 weeks. We didn't do last week because of Father's Day. And apparently some of them wanted to spend time with their families or something. I don't know. Ridiculous, right? So, yeah. This would have been round 3, but this is round 2, and we won't have such a long wait between rounds. And either will Kelly, as Leung and Kelly now duke it out. Kelly chucks the red AMG up the inside. Kelly on the outside will be the inside for this one. Oh, we've had one of them go wide. That was Cameron. Was it? No. I think it must have been a back marker. Takawara, he's watching everything happen ahead of him. And Chris Cusack and Peter Kelly is really tantalising, and it means he's starting to close them in. The overhead shot here, look at this one. The train of 4 cars. 2 minutes to go, there's not long left, so the overtakes need to be made sooner rather than later. Takawara got a little bit of a love tap. Let's take a look at that. Have a look at this. Yeah, just a little bit of a tap coming through. That was from Cameron. So there could be some steward inquiries into that later. But we'll keep a close eye on what's happening here. On board with Cusack, chasing down Kelly in that green Mercedes. Ahead. Behind, Cameron. Still no overtakes just yet. Probably got a lap or 2 left, and that's it. Boom shakalaka. Absolutely. I do just want to thank everyone that's joined us tonight and enjoyed the racing. It's awesome to have people come and watch and support sim racing like this, especially just grassroots leagues like this. It's what I want to set out to do with Demo 1, is to showcase all of the incredible sim racing we've got out there, especially in Australia. Yeah, thanks for coming. It means a lot to myself. And thanks, Josh, for putting your hand up to help out, because I know I'm going to need help with certain things soon. I can just sense it.
Alright, man. The leader is on the final lap. Give me the final push.
Here we go. Final lap's been called. And these guys, are there going to be any change in position? Cusack trying to get through. Thank you very much, Josh, for likes. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh, he's going to try. Oh, and they tag each other. Door bangs. Cameron surely will see this as his opportunity to improve. He's on the outside now of the number 83. But Peter Kelly held him off. And now it's a sprint race down to the front turn on the last lap. Nothing could be done then. It was as you were. Will there be anything into this turn here? We sometimes see moves. Ferox, though, won't do anything too silly, I don't think. Kelly's run a little wide. This is Fennick, though. He has done what he needed to do today in this reverse grid race. And that was stay out of trouble, put in the quick times, and just keep it consistent. And as Fennick rounds this final lap for the final time tonight, him and his cheer group will be happy to know he's going to take the win here at the Hungaroring round 2 sprint race. It's your winner, your champion for this race. It's Luke Fennick from Fennick Motorsport in the Porsche. And it's John Bradshaw from AusNZ. Bejewel, a valiant effort, but he stays on the podium with 3rd. And it's Sean Teal in 4th. Kevin Estra, then it's Scotty Hawks in 5th. Chris Cusack looks like he's been able to hold off the barrage from behind him. There's both Thistlethwaite and Kelly. I think Thistlethwaite got ahead of Peter Kelly there on that last lap. So Cameron did get one more spot on that last lap. He worked hard for it, that's for sure. Tom Chris loves the kid. Absolute king. Ali's asking Luke to marry you, I assume. Well, Fennick does watch the streams later on, so he'll get your message in chat, that's for sure. But you guys have been absolute legends tonight, so thank you very much for that. I don't say that lightly. That's not the up-to-date results, but it was a win for Fennick. Well, it does bring us to the end of the session and to the end of the festivities tonight. So thank you very much for playing and racing and watching and supporting with the likes, sharing, whatever you've done tonight. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Tomorrow morning, thank you very much, Tom. I appreciate the nice words. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m, we do have the SFR GT Challenge on Gran Turismo Sport. It's the GTC2 division at the Red Bull Ring. We had a really good race last week with the top division, so expecting more with the GTC2. Thank you very much, Ali. I hope you guys mean that, and you're just saying it, because if you don't like it, I can always improve. That's what I also want to do, is, you know, when I first started this, I was terrible. So at least I'm bearable now. But yes, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m, if you're around, we have some more racing. And then through the week, should be Thursday, back with F2s. Friday, Formula 1. And then that's it for this week. And then next week, we'll have round 3 from Suzuka. But thanks again. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Follow the channel and Demo on Garage on Facebook or Instagram. But until then, have a great night. Enjoy your week. Don't work too hard next week, guys. And we'll talk soon. I'm sure of it. Good night. Thanks, Andrew. All genres. Well, I guess I got to find my own style, and hopefully I found it. Thank you very much too, Tom. It means a lot, guys, that you say that, and Ali as well. Hopefully I'll see you guys next race. I'm sure of it. Good night.